Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III. I am the best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'Em Out book and training series, and I thought it was important to take the time to go back over and review some very important details in Don't Kick 'Em Out. We've had thousands of people read it, over 50,000 to be exact, and we're really proud of that as an independent. But the thing that I'm most proud of is that people have actually found practice and ways of life and have changed. Don't Kick 'Em Out was foundationally about personal change and the adjustments we have to make to be able to help this kid if we are coming to this particular place in society in American public education where you can't kick kids out anymore. We asked the question, why are so many black and Latino students so frequently suspended? Well, what we discussed in the book was this. We wanted to look at, and this is all based off not only research, but this is off of very common and sound practice. This is what I've been doing over the course of my career. This is what we did at every school I've been at, and we've done this in every juvenile facility and prison that we've been at, is how do we deal with a difficult person, a person who is going to fight us through the process. And so we said we have to answer some baseline and basic questions. One was, why does the at-risk student so frequently get suspended? Why is it that it's our common response is to, you got to go when me and you can't mesh together? You know, we looked at anger management. We said, why are these kids so angry? Why is the common behavior referrals? You know, why when I look at 9,700 behavior referrals, well over 8,000 will be for classroom disruption, but nobody defines classroom disruption the same way. So we wanted to know, what are the wrong behaviors to solving behavior, because suspension's not working. What are those teacher personalities that we're seeing come into conflict with these students? Why are these kids so disrespectful to certain teachers? What are the do's and don'ts then if you're going to deal with a disruptive kid? You know, how do you communicate with an at-risk kid? You know, how are you, if you're trying to get a positive outcome, how do you communicate with that kid? What is a method of successful discipline? Notice discipline is a foundation. It's not something that you can change or try to come up with theory. Discipline is a foundation, and it's a practice, which means everybody in the situation has to do the same thing. It's a team concept. It's not you can do it your way, you can good cop, bad cop. No, parenting, we got one voice. It's not, your dad got on and let me go behind and try to smooth it over. No, that's not how this works. And that's why so many people get very inconsistent results. You got people that don't know anything about behavior making behavior policies. And what is a school leader's role in the discipline process? Does gender and age and race play a role in the process? And then how do you address that negative behavior? This book here addressed all of that. And it's a very small book, and what it became over time was something that people can always refer back to. I mean, 20 years from now, you'll be able to refer back to it, because all of the practices are not based on theory. They're based on practical human ways of dealing with humans, relationship, and processes that we know that works, that will never go out of style, that will never be outdated, that you will never be able to go back and say, well, that was kind of off. No, it's foundation. It's going to always be there because it's based on solid practice, solid research, solid practice. And this is what we've done. And this is what we know works. And we've done it with the toughest folks in the world. And if it can be done there, Mike, certainly it can be done in your classroom, in your school. This is why I'm so proud of Don't Kick 'Em Out. It's one of our best pieces of work. And it took us a while just to really be comfortable with it, because I wanted to make it so that the average new teacher who comes out of a university with no training, who doesn't know how to work in this environment, that if she or he went through a Don't Kick 'Em Out course, they would feel empowered and they would feel like they had a leg up. As a matter of fact, at one of my trainings just last Friday, I had a young teacher. This is their first job out of college, just got out of college in May. And is in fall in her new job, and she said that she learned more in our 2-hour course together than she learned in her entire 5 years at the university, and it was not a knock to the university, but it was just about the job. And when it comes to preparing kids for the dynamic of the job, we get a lot of great curriculum training and they are well prepared to teach. They're not well prepared to relate and to be able to have a productive relationship with a difficult person and get them going in the directions that you need them to go. And that's what this book is all about. So if you have not got Don't Kick Them Out yet, we definitely encourage you to read it. It's something that we know you'll enjoy. We know that you'll be able to find sound philosophies, and we have districts that swear by the Don't Kick Them Out way. I use one example of a school in Houston, and a dear friend of mine who not only cut their suspensions from last year to this year by over 100 referrals, but their school culture didn't take a hit. And so what we'll see is that there'll be some districts that just go and just say stop suspending, but the school is out of control because you are just keeping the problem in the classroom. So the test scores dip, the culture goes in the toilet. No, they didn't do this. Their school culture actually improved because the teacher's ability to relate to the kid, and if you understand yourself, you can improve your relating ability to relate. And that's exactly what happened. And that is a personal development process. And so that is what has made our training practice and training formula so special and so effective. It is so steeped in personal. It's not steeped in theory. It is steeped in you work on yourself. Be aware of things going on with you. Make adjustments. And if we get better, the kid can get better. We know what the kid is going to do. The kid looks the same way around the world, black, brown, or white, no matter where you go in these last chance environments that are heavy laden with oppressive spirit poverty, where their hope is down, their view on education is very limited. It looks the same around the world. So the only person I know that I can always make an impact with on every single day is with that teacher. And it's teachers that save lives. It's teachers that create that magic, that give kids hope, that gives kids inspiration to not want to be a welfare recipient at 30 years old. It's teachers that give that inspiration. And if teachers are not equipped to get that inspiration, we're going to lose. So before you can be inspired, you have to be educated. So life change and career change does not start with inspiration. Life change and career change starts with education. And so we know this is the right type of training, the right type of book. This is why we know it's something that would be greatly valuable to you in your career. This book can always be purchased on any of our websites at planetseedmedia.com or thebookpatch.com, or also on Amazon. I want to say thank you to all of our wonderful readers around the world. Thank you so much for your support. You being one of our readers is really special to me. Please always, tell a friend and share. You can always follow us on Twitter and also follow us on Facebook. You can always go onto our website where there are many videos. We have lots of videos for you to watch and learn on our website, on our training page. Please take advantage of those. We put those there for you. Thank you to all of the readers worldwide. Greatly appreciative to you, and I'm looking forward to working with you soon. I'll see you in class.